Welcome, all you mid peasants, to this week's review episode of House of the Dragon. I am your host, Katherine, joined by everyone's favorite House of the Dragon fan, Jordan. So let's get these peasants informed with our takes on this week's episode. Welcome to the Mid Podcast. I'm your host, Katherine, here with Jordan, which we finally got over technical difficulties.
Yes. Oh my God.
And we finally get to discuss the season finale, Ep.8 of House of the Dragon. And it was titled The Queen Who Ever Was, which is a weird name.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's spit some fire on our pre show thoughts. And as always, we're going to start off with characters and kind of discuss them and go into other stuff. So, we're going to start off with our king that's kind of burnt.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I felt in this episode he was very easily manipulated by Clubfoot there, and I
Yeah.
still sort of feel bad for him.
Yeah. And also, I know I'm jumping ahead, but like, I don't blame him for like running away at the end because I would have done the same thing too. My brother just tried to kill me, and he's wanting me to like keep it hush hush. So yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna just dip. But yeah.
Then we have our Regent King, who is still a douchewobble.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to learn how to control his anger and his rage.
Yeah.
Like that boy needs a therapist and bad.
I think he's beyond help. I think, yeah. But I
Then
will
we
say, oh,
go
sorry.
ahead,
It,
go ahead.
it was nice to see him like shit his pants whenever I think this already happened like a few episodes ago, but I think it's kind of continuing to happen. Like he's starting to wear like his feeling or thoughts on his face a little bit more. But as far as like Rhaenyra having seeming to have like the upper hand because she seems to have more dragons at this point. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he's kind of shitting his pants because of that.
Then we move on to Sir Christian Cole, who we got to see in this episode. I said, are they trying to make me like him by giving him a redemption arc?
I possibly I think what he had to say like this whole thing is pointless. Like we shouldn't even be out here because the real fight is between the dragons. That's like the most that's the best thing he's ever said or that he said so far on this show. And probably one of the few things that I agree with that he's said. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll redeem himself. I kind of felt bad for Alicent. Um, but also like now you want to fucking make amends when you've killed her son. And I know they said, and she's killed one of their sons, but let's be real, no, I give a fuck about that kid. They killed the wrong one. They should have killed one of the older ones that actually are doing more damage. But yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna move talk about Allison. I put she's still a dumbass bitch. You
yeah.
know shit is going to hit the fan because of your actions, and now you want people to forgive your son.
Oh yeah,
So,
that part pissed me off. Yeah,
and then you decide to betray your children so Rhaenyra can get the throne.
yeah. Like, not only did you like, I wonder if her child. I don't think they did, but I wonder if they will in the future episodes or seasons. I wonder if they find out like how much she's talked to Rhaenyra like after this whole thing started. Like, and I wonder what they're going to think. I'm sure they're going to be pissed and probably want her dead, probably. But like, I don't. Part of me don't. I don't blame her, and I don't think a lot of this is in the books. I don't know if I know the first time that she like the whole thing. Oh, when Rhaenyra sneaks in, I don't think that's in the books. But this time where Alicent like sneaks in, I don't know if that's in the books. It may be, but yeah. Um, but yeah. Like she should have when Rhaenyra snuck in, she should have taken her side and should have been like, you know what, let's try to convince them or something. Because yeah, I don't know.
Then we have Damon, which I put yes, finally got our true Damon back in this episode.
Yes.
And then Corlius, you can still see his guilt is being shown in an excellent manner, which we're going to discuss his scene, which I thought was really good with
Corley,
Alan.
I'm trying to remember Corley. Oh God.
He's the black guy, the CK.
Oh, yeah. I I don't blame him for like the way he treated his dad, considering that he deemed him a bastard and still isn't really claiming them, like not publicly at least for the most part. So I don't blame him, but also like I don't know if I'm conflicted because part of me doesn't blame him, but also part of me is like, you know what? Better late than never. Like, why continue to like live poor when you could be living a step above or something like anything better than what you are currently living? Like, so
And then we have Jace, who's still a whiny little bitch, and I'm really starting not to like him.
yeah, it's really pissed because I really liked him, like especially when he like excuse me, when he went to oh, I forgot the name of it, but like he kind of like did bidding for Rhaenyra, like
Oh, at the
kind of what
twins.
yeah, yeah. I love that scene. That was really good. Like he wasn't too cocky. He wasn't too like he wasn't really annoying. Um, but now it's starting to like be annoying and he's starting to be like no better than um what's his face?
Amond.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then we have Helena, has the gift no Targaryen or Dragon Rider has, and Aemon was scared shitless when she called him out.
Yeah.
And is she
I,
the most powerful and unique character in the show?
yes. I don't know about the most powerful, but she's definitely the most unique. And I will say, I don't want to spoil it, but there, she, I don't know what she is. I'm assuming she's probably like something like a three-eyed raven, which is a character in the main like Game of Thrones show. Um, and they show scenes from Game of Thrones, and they are also, which I'm like, oh, they show, they kind of I mean, it's brief and it's not that like clear as to what happens to the characters, but they show spoilers for like, well, not really only just House of the Dragon, but Game of Thrones. Um, More so House of the Dragons, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna maybe change them up a little bit, considering like people have read the books. I haven't read the books, but I'm familiar with like certain big things that happen in the books, like ahead of like yeah, ahead of after this whole season. Um, but yeah. Also, real quick, I want to say something. So, and I told you this like outside of the podcast, but when this first, so the show from the season finale premiered Sunday, but leaks started popping up like the Thursday before. And me, I know people don't like leaks, and I get why, but I also, me personally, I see both sides. Me personally, leaks don't really bother me. I'm gonna watch it. I know me, I'm gonna watch something regardless. So it doesn't bother me. And then also like a lot of times, even though leaks happen, like unless it's the whole complete episode, which did happen for the original series, Game of Thrones, like the season, the series, oh my God, the final season of Game of Thrones, like I don't think it was every episode, but like especially closer to the end, like it would leak like the day before in HD quality, and my ass would watch it. But um, but and I will say the leaks that happened today, or not today, well, like a week from today, really. Um, they weren't in HD quality. They were like a camcord version. Um, but yeah, and it wasn't the whole episode. It was just certain big things. And I think I made a note of actually what it was. Oh yeah. The Rhaenyra and Alicent reunion, Daemon and Rhaenyra reunion, Helena and Aemon scene where he tries to get her to ride a dragon. Um, Daenerys from Game of Thrones in Daemon's dream. And
Oh, we're gonna
yeah.
definitely unpack Damon's dream.
Oh, and then also the ending season three teaser compilation scene that they was at the end. Yeah, that dream was crazy. But yeah. But no, also yeah, also when Aemon tries to get I think this is what we left off with. When Aemon tries to get Helena to ride the dragon, I'm like, bitch, she is more valuable than a fucking dragon. She can see the future. Like, are you dumb? Like, oh my God.
Well, do we really want to answer that question?
And well, the answer is obviously yes, but yeah. Like how dumb can you be? Like, oh my God. But yeah.
Yeah, I think he could be quite dumb.
Yeah. But he and the fact that he like kind of dragged her like out
Oh
like
yeah,
I'm like, what are you trying to accomplish with this? Are you gonna drag her and throw her on a dragon? And you think she's not gonna try to get off or some shit? Like where's the
girl. If I was
making
her, he threw me on a fucking dragon. I'd have my dragon turn around and burn his ass.
hell yeah. Hell
I'd be
yeah.
like, you gonna become some barbecue people, and
Yes.
somebody gonna have you for dinner. You know all them people you're starving. I'm gonna give them your flesh and let them
Oh
eat it.
God. Oh my God. Mystery meat.
Yep, like you used to get in school, mystery meat.
No.
So moving on to topics, we got some rating. So the
Oh.
season two finale was
Oh
rated
yeah.
48% on 48% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and it is the lowest rated episode in the series.
Yeah. And I can see why. I will say it's a good teaser for the third season, but I kind of feel like this whole season was a teaser for the third season. I get it. They got to build it up, story building, like plot building. I get it. But part of me is like, I felt like I kind of got edged the whole season, like, and like left with blue dragon eggs, like, like. But yeah, but also part of me is like, we did get a lot of good scenes in this season, so I don't know. I'm conflicted. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I was kind of disappointed with this episode. It was not what I expected for a finale.
Yeah,
So there was that. And then I'm like, okay, so we're going to wait 2 years to get season
yeah.
three,
Oh my God, yes.
and which we'll talk about at the end. I don't know.
That's another thing.
I
And
feel like I needed more of a cliffhanger.
yes, like a
Like at
built more.
least start the battle. Like
Yes.
have the dragons flying toward each other. Like have Vagar and Serax going toward each other or something, and
Yeah.
just cut it then. And then you'll be like, oh shit is gonna hit a fan.
Yeah, like I think the thing that really that made me conflicted, like that made me kind of pissed, is because we're gonna have to wait 2 years, like
Mm-hmm.
for the next season. Like we need a little bit more to hold us over, because that what is it, the Duncan and Egg show that's coming out? I don't know if they should have done that. I think they should have done something else, like Aegon's Conquest or anything that. I mean, Duncan and Egg, it sounds interesting, but it sounds like way too. I know it's from the books, but it sounds way too. focus on like a small group of characters for it to be like something to hold us over until the next season of House of the Dragon, in my
Hmm.
opinion. Yeah.
So season two finale had 8.9 million views, which is the most viewed episode of the season. Season one drew 9.3 million viewers for its finale.
Hmm. I don't know what to think of that.
Let's do a comparison. So, according to IMDb, season one, episode one had a rating of 8.7. Season two, episode one had a rating of 8.2.
8.2. Yeah, that's not good. It's going down.
Yeah. So, season one, episode two, they had 8.3. And season two, episode two also had 8.3.
Well, that's good.
Episode, now it's getting kind of weird. Season one, episode three was at 8.7. Season two, episode three was 7.7.
Hmm.
Season one, episode four was 8.4. Season two, episode four was 9.5, which is the highest
Damn.
rated one for both seasons.
I'm trying. You said episode four. I'm trying to think what happened in that one.
Episode four, season two, it was the red dragon and the gold. I think that was the one where Rhaenyra died. Her and Melise died.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, and we finally get to see. Oh my God, I'm blanking right now. The big dragon that I love and love to hate. Fuck. What's her name? But yeah. Anyways.
Then season one, episode five was an 8.8. Season two, episode five was 7.4.
Hmm.
Episode six for season one was 8.0. Episode six for season two was 6.2.
Yeah, that's really not good.
Episode seven for season one was 9.1. Same episode for season two was 8.9. And episode eight for season one was a 9.3.
Damn.
And season eight, season two, episode eight was a 6.3.
Yeah. That's yeah.
And you also had two fewer episodes in season two because season one had 10 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Like,
And then if you want to compare the finales, episode one, season one, which had 10 episodes, so their 10th episode would be their finale, was a 9.3. This
damn.
finale was a 6.3.
I think well, how was it 2 years in between the first and the second season? I'm trying to think. Let me Google. Unless you can pull it up faster than I can. Either way, whoever gets to it first. Uh, House of so House of the Dragon season one premiered August in 2022. So yeah, it was 2 years. Huh. I think I think this episode probably suffered because there was only 8 in the season for this season, 8 episodes this season, and then also this finale wasn't as strong as the first season's finale. I think that's the two main things that contribute to that low score.
I agree. So let's move on and let's unpack Damon's vision at the Godswood. So we see, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to fuck up this name. Is it Brendan Rivers? And he's confirmed to be the three-eyed raven. We get White Walkers and Whites, a dead dragon, bloody corpses, Damon drowning, the Red Comet, and the birth of Danny's dragons. Rhaenyra on the throne, and Helena has foreseen it all.
Yeah, I I really don't know. I wonder how they're going to interpret the vision. That's the biggest question that I have actually. Like, because they've been ignoring her, um, and they've been yeah. Well, both people that can see visions, they've been ignored. So will people? But well, I'm answering my own question. I think
Well, my
uh,
question is, do you think Damon's going to say anything to anybody about what he's seen?
true. I I think he's going to believe her more than I think a Aemon. Yeah,
Hmm.
Aemon would believe his sister. But as far as him telling, I don't think he's going to tell anybody. Um, but I think he would tell them. I think he would be more inclined to tell them about all of this that just happened, as to him, especially Rhaenyra, especially him, like, as to him telling people about like the dreams that he had leading up to this, especially the one with him like cutting Rhaenyra's head off. That's no, there's no way. Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. If he does, it'd be like small parts and like
Yeah.
only the parts that's not gonna like make him look bad
Yeah.
or whatever, maybe. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think he would spill the whole everything, especially parts that like may include, yeah, yeah,
So Brandon Rivers is one of the many illegitimate children of King Aegon IV, who is also known as Aegon the Unworthy. He the Brandon also served as the hand of the king, a master of whispers during the reign of his nephew King Arius I, and was a key figure during the Blackfire rebellions. However, due to his actions, he was later exiled to the Wall by King Aegon V and joined the Night's Watch. At the Wall, he rose to the position of Lord Commander before later disappearing beyond the Wall, along with the House of Targaryen's ancestral blade, Dark Sister, and becoming the Three-Eyed Crow. He is also the great grandson of Rhaenyra and Daemon. So that makes him even more interesting that Daemon would see him in his dream.
yeah, yeah. Like they're seeing their future.
Sir Simon Strong has to be the favorite character of the season. And the man is so loyal to his queen that he is willing to snitch on Damon. And he was like, "Y'all not about to have a secret meeting on my watch." What did
Yeah,
you think about him sending
I
word to
love
her?
I I love him. All of this, all his scenes with Damon were hilarious, but like the character, like yeah, when I first saw him, I didn't expect him to have as much personality as he did. So, but yeah, I don't blame him for snitching because Damon is like he's the ticking time bomb. At least le at least prior to this episode, he was, and still probably is. But yeah,
Lord Cregan Stark was supposed to be featured in House of Dragons season 2 finale during the scene with the Winter Wolves crossing the twins. However, he was cut from the final scene. Do you think that had hurt the rating?
I'm trying to remember who that is.
He's the hot
Dragons.
dude at the at
Oh
Winterfell.
yeah, I think that would yeah I would have liked to see him for obvious reasons, but also yeah, I think yeah because we I know they don't play that big of a role in this, but the the Dark Knight and all of that, the Dark Knight, that's not what it's called. Is it? Anyways, winter is coming and all that. That's still like a thing. Like it's still a I don't know, maybe they think it's a myth right now, but it's still like a threat. But maybe like the Targaryens don't realize how big of a threat it is. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been nice to see them because I think it would have been like a little bit more um variety of characters because yeah. I think it would have made this finale a little bit better. Not much because it's just a Stark and like a Targaryen war, but I think it still would have been interesting to see.
I agree. I think he could have added a little more. Like that could have been a cliffhanger.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think that would have probably made this episode a little better.
yeah.
So moving on to our next segment, the best tweets I seen. Our first one was this White Walker looks like the Timo version.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I
The
wonder
second,
who.
go ahead.
Oh, I wonder who that was. Um, I don't think they've said, but yeah, I'm curious if they ever say who that White Walker was supposed to be. But yeah,
The second one was someone tweeted out, "That's right, Rhaenyra, a son for a son. Alicent can't make an alliance with Rhaenyra and still expect Aegon to live."
yeah, and I've seen people like, because some people are like, well, it's already been a son for a son. I'm like, no one gives a fuck about that little baby. Like, that's a baby, that don't count. I hate to say it that way,
And it
but
wasn't
like,
even the one that did the damage. So
yeah,
technically, you should be going after Aemon because Aemon was the one that burned your son and his dragon.
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah.
Then the third one was talking about Yulif, and it said Yulif got way too much dip on his chip.
What the fuck? Wait, Eulaf, who was that?
He's the one that took the dragon and he was like being rude to
Yeah, oh my
the
God,
son.
he was pissing me off. Like at first I kind of liked his personality because he was kind of funny, but yeah, once he started like just kind of disrespecting,
Now that he's like dragon rider, he thinks his
yeah,
shit don't stink.
yeah.
And
I'm
even
hoping,
he was treating Rhaenyra kind of shitty. And I'll be like,
yeah, he was
I
disrespect.
might have him killed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I really hope he's the first one to die, honestly.
I'll be like, I'll be calling Harrenhal, baby, I need you to come home and take care of this fucker. Because you know Damon would cut his head off in a heartbeat. He don't
Oh
care.
yeah.
And then they'd be
Yeah,
like, yep, I'm on the way.
wait, yeah, Damon wasn't there when that happened.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Yeah, so I think that would have gone a whole lot different if he would have been there. Oh
I don't think
yeah.
he would have tried it. I don't think he would have tried
Yeah.
it if Damon had
Yeah.
been there.
Which makes me curious, like when I'm because well, from what happened in the episode, seems like he's coming back to where she is, I think. But I wonder if he's gonna continue to act the way he's acting when Damon is there. Like, and if so, I wonder what Damon's response will be. That I'm gonna have to look out for that in the next season because I'm curious about that now.
Hmm. And then we have one more, and it said, "Oh, the incorruptible queen sullying herself with a lover. Rhaenyra
Yes.
clocked her dumbass. I love seeing her realize she raised an evil piece of shit in Aemon."
Yeah. D- Oh, yeah, that was good. Like, finally, she got to say a little bit, a slither of what Alicent deserves to hear. Like, yeah. As much as I was like, Alicent, why are you here? Like, it's too late. Like, part of me was also like, you know what? Good. Rhaenyra finally gets to say, like, probably like the last, like, you're stupid, bitch. Like, she'll ever get to say to her. But yeah.
So now it's time for our segment on your thoughts on this. So, What is your thought? If your man is acting up, just send him to Alice Rivers and she'll set him straight.
Well, she'll more like scared straight. Like honestly, tormented
Wh-
straight. I don't know. But yeah.
Whatever, she'll get his ass straight.
Yeah.
How did you feel about seeing Moon Dancer and Vermax flying together?
I was happy about that. Yeah. They're so pretty. And then, oh, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but they did show the one that I really want to see. The one that's like blue or purple. Or no, yeah, that shoots
The
blue
blue.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they showed him in the they didn't show who's riding him because I guess that's not announced yet, but yeah. Like the not the character, but the actor, yeah, actor who's going to be flying. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I know that dragon. I'm pretty sure is on Team Black. Oh no, Team Green. So that's unfortunate. But I still like, what's his face? Aemon's dragon was on obviously Team Green. So, but it was still pretty. So I don't know. I just love these dragons. They're so colorful and pretty.
So what did you think of this line from Damon when he said, quote, I am meant to serve you until death or the end of our story.
That was interesting. I'm like, well, death will be the end of y'all's story either way. Like, whoever dies first is going to be the end of y'all's story. So I guess he was kind of doubling down. I don't know. But I'm glad he said it. And I'm like, well, okay, you say that, but I'm gonna need you to stick to it because we've seen what you're capable of and your dreams. So, yeah,
But like all through the season though, I do think he really loves her
yeah, yeah,
and that he would fight till death for her.
yeah. I think he realizes that maybe she's probably a better leader than he is. Maybe, I don't know. I would like to think so. I would like to think that he was scared straight at Harrenhal, but I don't know.
I think he's a better leader when it comes to like commanding armies, where
True.
she's a better leader diplomatically.
Yeah. And I think sometimes she's a little bit like she's very what's the word? Like she's not fuck, I can't think. She's not
She,
like fast to react, but that can
she's very
also
passive. She's very
yeah,
passive.
which can be a good thing, but also like
It can
uh,
also be a bad thing.
yeah, especially like hell, even with the new Dragon Riders, prime example, like she should have put her foot down. Like, yeah,
My foot would have been up his ass. My
yeah,
guard would have had him on his knees with his sword across the back of his neck, threatening him.
right. Like it's an honor for you to ride our dragons. Straighten the fuck up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We didn't get any action in the finale, but on the bright side, no dragons died.
Yeah, that is a good that's yeah. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, yay.
And what is your thought on our first look of Sheep Stealer and the 15th dragon introduced in the show?
Oh, I forgot about Sheep Stealer. She looked or he, I don't know. They look very creepy, but really cool. Like the wings look really weird, like kind of I don't know. It was really like it looked kind of sickly almost, but it still looked kind of cool. What do
I
you
had to
think?
wait and see it in the air. But yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
looked kind of cool.
Yeah, and his face too. Yeah. Yeah. Very unique. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Alan reading Corlius to Filth for basically abandoning him to grow without a father and having to learn the world on his own while his half siblings were paraded in his face? Did you think that it was definitely needed?
Yeah. I think, but I do think I get where he's coming from and I get why he didn't accept his offer. I'm hoping he changes his mind like in the next season because I still would have read him for Field, but I would have also eventually maybe gave it a couple of days, but accepted the offer because like, hey, that's a step up. Like, don't don't deny that. Like, and like your not step brother, your half brother, like just accepted like a big role as well. So like Come on. He has nobody else left.
You could kind of see it building all season every time
Yeah.
Alan had like interactions with Corlius. So you kind of could see it building.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like you. I would have read him the riot act and then, let him think about it for a few days and then be like, yeah, I accept your offer. I get the hell out of
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah. But make him sweat a little bit. But yeah.
hmm So for our fun fact, um, Ian Mitchell, who plays Edmund, watched season 2, episode 3 with his mom and didn't tell her that he had a nude scene in it. And he says, and I quote, I think the neighbors heard her scream.
Oh my God. Well, I wonder. Well,
I mean, it
I
ain't like she
screamed as
ain't never
well,
seen it
but
before. She's his
uh,
mother.
right, right. But yeah, I mean, well, I don't blame her. That's yeah. I don't know. Well, if I ever had kids, I don't think I would ever want to see them like an adult nude. Like, no, that's different. Yeah.
So I have a question for you. What was your favorite location we saw in House of the Dragon season 2? Dragonstone, High Tide, Erie, Heron Hall, the Twins, or Stonehenge?
Honestly, Harrenhal was interesting, but the Dragon Dreams kind of got not the Dragon Dreams, but like his dreams were getting on the nerves because it became like repeating. But um, I also really liked the twins because of that scene with what's his face?
Oh, Jace making the deal.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That was
Yeah,
interesting.
I
Yeah,
think the Twins was my favorite too.
yeah.
So who do you think is Queen Rhaenyra's biggest supporter? Sir Simon or Mysteria?
Um, Mysteria,
Mysteria, the lady she's always
Mysteria.
talking to.
Oh yeah, huh? I would honestly think. Sorry, Sir Simon, because I don't think I like how do you say her name? I'm gonna butcher it again.
Mysteria. My Seer.
Mysteria.
Mm-hmm.
Mysteria. Okay. I like her. She's very intelligent and she's very like she provides really good like
Intel.
intel. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. However, I think she I think she cares about Rhaenyra, but I also think like she has a double um
Motive.
yeah, double motive. Like she's not completely there because she just loves Rhaenyra. I think she's there for her own interests. Whereas what's his face? Shit.
Sir Simon.
Sir Simon, I think he's more genuine because he had no reason really to like to snitch on to snitch on
Damon.
Damon, yeah. But he kind of did it because like he was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm a yeah. But yeah, so I think he's more genuine. I think he doesn't have like the secret motives that we may not know about yet. I
I
don't know.
have a feeling
Uh,
that she's gonna betray her. Like
yeah.
something's just giving me that feeling.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Because she is just too close, in my opinion. Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on Sir Simon clapping because Rhaenyra and Damon reconciled?
Well, it was funny. Um, which is why like I just love him. Like he's a common folk, but like well I don't he isn't a common folk, but he acts like a common folk, which I love, but not like in a annoying way, like the new Dragon Rider. But yeah, I loved it. I love him, and I hope to see more of him. And I hope to see. I really hope she puts him like I don't know if she did, but I hope she like puts him on like her council. Did she? Or am I wrong?
I don't think so.
She should, because I think he's gonna give his honest opinion whether she likes it or not. Because he's not like an ass kisser or like I don't think he has other motives. But yeah,
Of these four, who has been your favorite character in season two? Aegon, Damon, Aemond, or Rhaenyra?
Ama. Oh God, I'm trying. That was a lot. Sorry. Um. Well, I think it might be a tie between. Well, I do like them all for different reasons, even though like a lot of them are assholes. Um. But I think like with this finale, I think I like. Well, yeah, Damon and Rhaenyra, because Team Black all the way. But from Team Green, I do like Aegon because I think he realizes how stupid this whole thing is, considering that he was almost killed. And I wonder if he's gonna even come back, um, since he's leaving. Also, this is off subject, and I think I'm getting ahead of myself. But Otto Hightower, he was another one that I liked that was on Team Green. But in that teaser for like season three, at the end, they show him like in a cell, and I didn't even know this, but that's not in the books. Like him getting kidnapped and like in a cell or whatever is going on, that's not in the books. So I was talking to one of my coworkers, and they were like, they mentioned that as being like one of the biggest things they have a they're con not con well not confused about but concerned about with the new season, well season three, well moving into season three, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. That's a good point, because so now I'm curious to see like who's behind all that. But yeah, who do you think did that? Because I'm
I,
curious as
I don't know.
I think it might be what's his name, the current king that's taken over, that's the hothead for Team Green.
Oh, Aemond?
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah,
no. Is it?
yeah. Aemond
Oh,
is
I
King
was thinking of
Reg
Damon. Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
King
Amen.
Regent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he may have something behind it. But wait. Oh, wait, no. Because I was about to say, but wait, didn't he
But
ask for him back? But
for a no, I think Allison asked for her father to come back.
it was Damon.
So I am wondering if Larius Strong has something to do with it.
Oh, the foot guy?
Yeah, the foot guy.
Oh, God. No, but I thought it was Damon that asked him to come back. Because, yeah, but it might be him because he wanted to be the fucking right hand of the king. And then Damon asked for, um, fuck, I'm blanking. Otto to come back because he wanted him to be the right hand of the king. So yeah, that's a good point. It might be him, the foot guy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So in our something funny segment, Caraxus, when he saw Rhaenyra coming to take him and Damon from Harren Hall, I'm free. Worst
For real though.
experience of my fucking life.
Oh my God.
I totally felt his pain.
Right. Like I don't think there's even anything there for him to eat. Like it doesn't look like it. It looks very barren. They should call it Barren Hall. But yeah.
So let's get into the show. And we start off with boats on the sea and a meeting between two families. I am getting Middle Eastern vibes from this scene. And
Oh
it was the
yeah.
triarchy, and he was meeting with someone from the house of Lannister who was on the council of the King Regent. And they mentioned the stepstones. And then we see a fleet of warships to break, or he wants a fleet of warships to break the blockade. and what the other side is asking for, and they add more conditions. So the triarchy is like, yeah, we'll help you, but we want this, 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 and this. Then they want their own commander to go with him, and it's a female.
Oh yeah.
What did
Oh
you
my
think
God, I
about
forgot about
that?
this. Yeah, I was excited about that. Yeah. And that, well, I'm never gonna get into it. I forgot about that scene. But it was so refreshing to see, like, because most women, like in this time, like in the show, they're all prim and proper. Well, I don't think, and she's kind of like a pirate person. That's really
Mm-hmm.
interesting. I love it.
Then we see Aemond on his dragon, and then we go to Aegon laying in his bed, which he looks a little better than the last episode. And then we see the Mastro is with him as Clubfoot comes in. Clubfoot annoys the hell out of me. I hope he dies in this episode. Unfortunately, I did not get my wish.
Yeah.
And Larius says that they must leave King's Landing as Rhaenyra found three new riders. Aemond burned the town and has started a war. Aegon says he's the king and why should he run? Because you're gonna die if you don't.
Yeah.
And then Larius tells him that King Regent is going to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Then Aegon responds and says, "Take me to my throne, and I will take Aemond as prisoner." Yeah, I don't think that's a very good plan right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
And Lara says they could live well in Bravos, and Aegon says his dragon is dead. He's burned, disgusting, and I'm alone and a cripple. Okay, now this got me. What he said next. He says his cock is destroyed. It burst into flames like sausage on a spit.
Like we didn't need to know this. We did
That
not
is
need to know.
that is definitely TMI.
Yeah. But honestly, as a man, I would be depressed. Because like, damn, you're just like you're a Ken doll down there. Like,
And he likes to fuck around, so he can't use
yeah.
that tool no more.
Yeah, you're a Ken doll down there. Just what did they say in the Barbie? I don't know if you've seen the Barbie movie, but I'm tangent, not subject, but it's like they say something about like the tan nub, not nub. I don't remember. But yeah, it was funny and I really want to say it right now, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, off subject. But yeah.
I think I literally lost my shit when he said that. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Right. Like, I mean, I guess it's good to know, but also
Did I
uh,
really need to know that?
yeah, like in that much detail, like how it happened. Like, no. Just say it's gone.
I mean, if it bursts in the flames like a sausage, that had to hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a man, so I wouldn't know, but I'm just guessing.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about it. Like just the mental image and then like but I think probably he was in so much shock that he probably didn't feel it until like later on.
Probably. Then Clubfoot does make some. I said, and Clubfoot does make some good points. He goes, "Let Aemond and Rhaenyra tear each other apart, and you return as a heat rider." Then we see Rhaena going looking for the wild dragon in the Vale, and she goes to a creek and begins to drink water from it. I so thought something was going to jump up out of that creek when she was drinking water from it. Like
Right.
I was ready for a jump scare.
Also, I get it. They want to build it up, but goddamn, she's been running for this, looking for this dragon for fucking like 3 episodes. Like, can we get to it? Like, come on. And she's running through it like for like almost the whole episode for the whole finale,
Mm-hmm.
trying to find this damn dragon. Like, goddamn, okay.
Oh, excuse you. I didn't get home till 1 o'clock this morning, so
Oh,
then I go, "Oh yay, the whiny bitch Jace." He walks into the council walks into the council room and sees Olaf with his feet on the table, which Jace asks him to remove, and he refuses. Then he was told that Jace is the prince. I said, okay, now Jace has some balls when it comes to common people.
Yeah. He's
Then
so
we,
annoying.
yes.
Sorry.
Then we see Rhaenyra is talking to Corlys and is asking about Adam of Hull. Corlys says she must strike quickly and tells her that Helena could ride too. Corlys says he has named his ship the Queen That Never Was. Rhaenyra has 6 dragons and says the others are watching and she must crush them. Do you agree with Corlys that she needs to strike now?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Then we
Well, you
see,
have the upper
go
hand.
ahead.
Sorry. No, just like, yeah, well, she has the upper hand.
And
Yeah.
while the common folk at King's Landing is a little pissed off at Aemon,
Yeah, because they'll probably take her side. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
he's starving them, he's locked them in, they can't leave the city. Yeah, I think they would take her side.
yeah,
Then we see Simon um, says to Sir Alfred is here to see you. Then we see Sir Alfred and Damon having a discussion, and he tells Damon that Rhaenyra has faulted against my judgment, and he wants Damon to claim the throne as he is a leader of men. Says what we need in this moment is a king. Damon tells him that he never he thought he would be a turncloak. Then we see Aemond wants all the vessels to be inspected in the harbor. And then we see Allison and Helena, and she asks, why do they hate us? Allison replies and says, when people are unhappy, they look for someone to hate. I kind of can see that.
yeah,
Then Helena says she was happier before she was queen, and Allison asks her about leaving this place. Then Aemond comes in and wants to speak to Helena, who says she was getting ready to go to bed. Then Aemond tells her that the crown needs her service and that the enemy has riders against them. He says he wished her to fly into battle with her dragon, and she says she wishes not to fight. Allison says, Amen. I think she knows this is a bad idea. That Helena says she won't burn anyone. Then Aemon says it wasn't a question as he grabs her, and Allison tries to stop him. And she says she is the queen, to which Aemon responds, so were you, and your weakness has put us in peril more so than yesterday. Your thoughts on that scene?
I don't know what he thinks he's gonna get out of this. Like, you can't force someone to ride a fucking dragon. Like, uh, yeah. I think that's a losing battle on his end. Like, you have the biggest dragon, like that biggest living dragon. Like, and you want to ask somebody else to get on a dragon as well. Like, I think hers might be like close to the size as his, but still though, like if she doesn't want to, don't force her to do it because it's just not going to work.
I don't think so neither. Then I put Aemon is a dick cobble and will not listen to reason from his own mother. And
Agreed.
then I put maybe you should have been more of a mother and a disciplinarian to his ass when he was younger.
Yeah, yeah,
Then we see Sir Christian in the woods looking at Allison's handkerchief. And then, oh shit, Allison's brother pulls out his sword and aims it at Sir Christian and says he has been fucking the queen of the seven kingdoms. To which Kristen replies, former queen. Don't think that's going to make it any better. Then I put, so he wants a redemption arc now. No, Christian, you are still a douche dog. And, but
yeah.
he is right when he said all men are corrupt. I will give him that point. And he says, dragons dance and men are like dust under their feet. Okay, they're trying to make me feel sorry for Christian. I need them to stop. He is
Yeah,
scum and does not deserve a redemption arc.
yeah, but I will say he's not wrong. And he should honestly, I know he's a military person, but like there's dragons above you. Like I think he said that, well, it's obvious that he said that because he literally saw someone like get disintegrated like close to him. So, and the dragons don't give a fuck where they land. They'll kill their own people. They don't give a flying fuck. So,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know why they involved their armies in the first place.
I don't know. So now we're back to the triarchy, and we have a mud fight, and we see that the lady is kicking Sir Lannister's ass, and he finally fights back and takes her down. Then she asks, "Have you ever eaten the flesh of your enemies?" Hmm.
That was weird. Yeah. Yeah.
I think she did it more or less to like try to get a rise out of him, just
Yeah,
to see
but
what he'll
also
say and do or how he
yeah.
reacts.
Yeah. Maybe to also see like where he was morally. Yeah.
Hmm. Then we see Jace is pouting because he is a dick wanker. And Bela tries to explain to him that his station is not that important. She tells him to get up and take his place by his mother's side. Then Raina is out in the Vale in the cold. And I'm put, what is she doing? Then we have this idiot singing and making a fool of himself, talking about Sir Lannister. And it says that they are going to go after the sea snake. Then we see Rhaenyra and people at dinner, and Yulif being a dick by not acting like he has manners. She tells them to learn in 2 days as they will strike. Then she receives a message from Sir Simon Strong and says Simon fears treachery, and she asks Adam to come with her. Then we see Damon in bed. I put, can I be in bed with him? Just asking for a friend.
For real though.
And he asks
Yeah.
Alice if she ever sleeps. They go to the woods, and there is some creature sees Damon and takes off running. And she says, these are omens. They are those who seek from them. Then she asks, what do you wish to learn what is given to you? Then I put, what is she up to? I don't trust
Right.
her. Then we see Damon place his hand on the tree and blood comes out of it. And then we see many dead images and things of war. He sees Rhaenyra on the throne, and Helena says it's all story, and you are but one part of it, and you know your part. You know what you must do. To which I put, which is what? Then we see
I-
Helena on the balcony, and Aemon comes up and is trying to convince her that they are of the same blood, and their mother does not understand because she is not a dragon rider.
yeah.
Your thoughts on any of that?
I think when you said what does she mean by that or what was it? Oh, yeah. What does she mean by like for him to take his place? I think that was his cue because I think prior to this he had it um Rhaenyra had it came to Harrenhal yet. So I
Mm-mm.
think that might have been like them telling him like get your shit together, support your fucking wife, niece, whatever. Um, but yeah. And then also, what was it? Oh, I found it interesting that they wait, who was it that said this is all a story?
Helena.
I liked it that they showed Helena, but also the Rivers girl, like kind of in the same area, like kind of like as if they were like in cahoots with each other, but like distantly,
Mm-hmm.
maybe through Dragon Dreams or something. I like that they did that. I don't know if that's in the books, but I mean they kind of have the same power, so it would make sense for them to be like,
Connected.
yeah, exactly, yeah,
Then Helena asks Aemond if she refuses to go with him to Harrenhal. Will Aemond burn her as he did Aegon? I went, damn.
Right.
Aemond says that it's a lie, to which she says, I saw it. You burned him and let him fall. Aemond is scared shitless that she knows and says what she says is treason.
Yeah. That I
Th-
love that. Oh, huh?
Go ahead.
I loved like and just the shot of her looking back like with like just like disgust at him. Oh, and when she said I knew basically like I know what you did, you motherfucker. Like
Hmm.
fuck you. Like, oh, it was so good. So good. Just the look said so many things. But yeah.
She says that Aegon will be king again and Aemond will be dead. Damn, girl, you're playing with fire. Then Aemond says he could have her killed, and she says it would not change anything.
Yeah.
Then we see two dragons riding to where the army is. One is Rhaenyra, and the other is Adam. She goes to meet Simon Strong at Harrenhal, and Simon says, come see for yourself. There are armies inside, and then we see Damon walking towards her. He says, I wasn't expecting you. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Right.
You got ratted out.
Yeah, exactly.
He says they are sworn to me, and she asks in front of all the men, to whom are you sworn? Damon then begins to talk to her in High Valyrian and says the war is just beginning, and winter is coming with darkness and doom. He says, my brother chose you, and then he kneels and says she is the true king, a true queen. The men follow suit and kneel to her. Then Damon gives a speech and says, we fight for our queen. Your thoughts on that scene?
I'm glad that he finally like got his ass in order. Like, I'm glad it didn't take someone else, like, but it well, it kind of did. The dream, like putting him in his place. But yeah,
I kind of felt like he was saying, you can do this and you've got this and this is your position. I'm just the power behind you. And it's
yeah,
not just because I'm a man, it's because I love you and I see you there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I will say he did seem very supportive in that moment, which was refreshing to say to see, considering like all the things that have happened regarding him and
Because,
like,
like, all the previous episodes, were you not thinking, okay, he's going to try to take the throne from her?
yeah, exactly.
Like, he's
So
building this army for himself, saying it's for
yeah,
her. And then when the time is right, he's going to strike and she's going to be left hung out to dry.
yeah. So I was kind of surprised that I was because of that. I was also surprised that this scene happened, but I am happy that it happened. I'm like, thank God. Now please don't like revert back to the way you were. Pretty please. But yeah, and please don't like confirm our intuitions or like our suspicions that you were gonna like rebel against her.
Hmm. Then we see the boat getting ready to sail as Corlius is looking out. Corlius tells him that he is trying to help him, talking to Alan. And Alan asks him, does he know what it is like for them being fatherless? I am liking Alan.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is where Alan kind of read Corlius the rights, which we discussed earlier
Mm-hmm.
in the show. Then we see Arena sees the dragon and begins running. Yay, finally! After 3
Right.
episodes.
For real though. Oh my God.
Then Rhaenyra and Mysaria are talking. Rhaenyra says war is not fair. Oh, Mysaria tells Rhaenyra war is not fair. And I put stop being a wimp and get on with it. Then a guard comes to get Rhaenyra out of bed and take her to see Alicent, who comes to see her. Alicent says she has mistaken in many things. So you're trying to make amends because you're going to die?
Right.
Then Rhaenyra calls her out about her virtue. Alicent wants to be free and take her daughter and child and leave it all behind. Yeah, that doesn't work when you're queen, former queen, in royalty.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra calls her out for this being her fault, which is she's right. And Alicent
Yeah.
tells her that her father never stopped loving her mother. Do you think she was trying to play on Rhaenyra's feelings right there?
Absolutely. But it's too late. Like, and honestly, I think it probably was too late even when like Rhaenyra came to her. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I do know she was definitely trying to like play to her and like get her to take her side and to like to probably welcome her back to welcome her on her side on Team Black.
Then Alicent is trying to make a deal without the knowledge of Aemond. And then Rhaenyra tells her that she is still defending Aegon, and in order for her to take the throne, she must take Aegon's head in front of all to see, and tells Alicent to choose.
I agree.
And then she says, "A son for a son."
Yeah, the right son for well, a son for the right son. But yeah,
And then Alicent says she should let her go. And I put, no, kill the bitch that started all this in the first place.
yeah. But they would have never known. I think they would have if she would have killed her. I think it would have not because they don't even know she's probably over there to begin with. So they would have thought like, oh, well, she obviously kidnapped her and then killed her. That's what they would probably think, and or
Mm-hmm.
at least that's what they would spin it as, just to give them
Exactly.
more like,
Leverage with
um,
the people.
yeah, exactly.
Then we see the dragon riders are being put in their armor. R- Rhaena's still chasing the dragon as Alicent walks out of the castle, and we see the army on the move with our first look of Tesserin and Darren. Darren is Tesserin's rider, the blue dragon you were talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Then I put, oh, yeah, we are going to get the big battle scene. Let's get ready to rumble.
yeah.
I said, let the sea battle begin. While I do feel Corlius is going to die. And then we see Otto is alive. Is he in prison?
Yes.
And then we see Aegon and Larius on the move. What the fuck? I am all for cliffhangers, but this was some bullshit from Bullshitville.
Yeah.
There was no
But
way I will remember all this in 2 years. Hell, I could be dead by then.
oh God, please don't. No.
And that's how the show ended. So, what were your thoughts on the finale? I know lots of people were upset with how it ended.
Yeah.
I've seen some people say more like the house of dragging the fuck on.
True. Yeah. But I will say they in some things they sped it up. Like, um, was it Aegon? He in the books was like recovering way slower. Like he was at I know in the show they said not to put him on milk of the poppy because like I forgot what they said, like it would affect his like thoughts or some shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
it um but in the books they actually put him on that and it took him like over a year or just about a year to recover um just to probably like be able to even walk. But yeah. But I mean, I also am like happy that they didn't take that long because that would have been pissed me off. But yeah, I do still feel like they kind of dragged some things on. Like some things didn't really need to take as long as they took. Um, but yeah, I do think there should have been more special effects like for this episode. Maybe not a whole like dragon war because I don't want another dragon to die before at least before the next season. But I don't know, something maybe a up close, maybe like a a reveal of like who will be riding the blue dragon, or I don't know, or as you said earlier, just like a little kind of what they did for like I forgot what episode it was. I think it was like 6 or 7, the ending of 6 or 7, maybe 6, where like Rhaenyra is going out to meet Adam, the new dragon rider. I think his name's Adam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like it was a cliffhanger, like they showed her on a dragon like flying above the that would have been a good something like that would have been a good way to end like both sides heading out to meet and fight. That would have been a better ending, I think. I don't know what's going to happen in the next season, so but yeah.
That's what I said. Like, give me like the start of the battle.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't got to see them fight. Just like they get ready to line up to go.
Yeah.
Like
Get me
in
hype.
football.
Yeah. Yeah.
So previews for next season. So Ryan Condell says season 3 is going to be about total war. I'm down for that. And
About time. Yeah.
filming will start later this year and is expected to be released in 2026. It's going to be a long
It
2 years.
really is.
He was asked how many episodes do you want to see for season 3, and he says, or he's asked, will we get 8 or 10? And he says he has not had discussions with HBO about it, but believes it will continue to be on the same line as season 2.
Oh,
Then he says that House of the Dragon will end with season 4.
I did see that. I think I hope this is a sign for um HBO Warner Brothers. I know Zazzy loves to like cut corners and like not spend money as much as possible, but like for a show like this, you need to put as much as you can into VFX for each season because it is a VFX heavy show. They're on fucking dragons. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I hope season 2 is a like, especially the finale is um like an example of why they need more money, more budget for the next season, and why I think they should make it 10 episodes. However, I feel like there would be even more filler, which is crazy to me because the first season was 10 episodes, and I don't think there was that. Well, I mean, I don't fully remember, but I don't think there was that much filler. I think, at least in my recollection, like the ending of each episode had like a oh shit moment. This
Mm-hmm.
season didn't really have that. So I'm hoping that like the next season at least has that, regardless of how many episodes it is. But yeah.
So, what is next for the Game of Thrones universe? So, in 2025, we're supposed to get a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh yeah.
2026, we're supposed to get season 3 of House of the Dragon. And
Yes.
then we have 3 series that are yet to be determined. One is Aegon's Quest series,
Yes.
10,000 Ships series, and 4 animated series.
Oh wow. Excuse me.
And I think they need to start season 3 with the Battle of the Gullet.
I don't know what happens in that because I haven't looked ahead, but if it if
I
it's a
think
big battle,
it's going to be like a big ship battle on the sea.
oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I would like to see that because we haven't really seen like ship battles.
Yeah,
We've only seen like the ships at port. That's really it. But yeah.
and so that's all I have. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Um. Oh, I don't think we mentioned this. Maybe we did, but the mud wrestling, the woman pirate, I
Mm-hmm.
found it hilarious that she asked him to like have sex with all her
All
wives.
wives?
Yeah,
And the look on his face was like, how many wives do you have?
Right. Oh my God. Yeah. And what I don't know if it was mentioned, but I think it was basically like the reason she wanted that is because so they'll have kids.
Children.
Yeah. I think she led with that and then said that. But yeah, I just found that hilarious. Like, oh my God. Like,
That was funny. And the look
yeah.
on his face was even more funnier.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
how many wives
incredible.
do you have? Well, considering it's Middle Eastern stuff, probably more than one or two.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have.
Well, if that is all, I don't have anything else. I want to thank everybody for watching and listening to the final episode of the mid podcast review of House of the Dragon season 2. Make sure you follow the podcast on X at the mid podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications on YouTube so you will be aware of when we put out new content. Also, go follow Jordan on all his socials, which are located up in the right corner of his screen. We have enjoyed doing the podcast for all of you, and thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the likes and views on YouTube.
Yes. Thank you.
And do you have anything else you want to say before we head out?
Um, I still can't get the mental image of Eamon's burnt sausage out of my mind.
Jordan is going to bed and having dreams about burnt sausage, and I ain't talking about the kind you eat
Like what I
on the
imagine
grill.
is no, what I imagine is like you know how when you like roast hot dogs
Mm-hmm.
like on the
And they start
fire?
splitting open.
Yes, that's what that's what I think of. That oh God. Yeah.
I mean,
Scarred in my life. Scarred.
oh Lord. Yeah, that's the vision.
That's the vision.
That is the vision for this episode. And on that note, don't let your friend split open his sausage on the spit.
Yes.
And until next time, whenever they release something new, Jordan and I will be back to cover anything
Oh yes.
House of Dragon, Games of Thrones. And it's been a pleasure doing the podcast with you, Jordan. Love you bunches.
Agreed. Love you too. Thank you for having me on.
You are most welcome. And we will hopefully see you before 2 years.
I know.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.